Hi guys.
What up, though?
I'm Nia.
And I'm Brian.
And welcome to Have and to Hold. You know, we just celebrated 19 years.
Yes.
Okay. We've talked about our love story here and there, but today we want to tell the full length of the love story.
The whole thing.
The whole gamut.
All that.
To tell you how Brian and Nia, the hunters, how they came to be.
Right. Because truth be told, we actually knew each other before we knew each other.
Right.
Our parents, when they were little girls, they were friends of the family with each other. They actually grew up went to
together.
the same church. Her mama held me, my mama held her, and her mother was actually prophetic when we was probably like between the ages of 2 to 4. She looking at us doing a church service one Sunday morning, and the Lord spoke to her and said, "They'll make some good babies."
Now, I don't know about the Lord speaking, but she did say that. She admitted to saying that they would make some pretty babies.
Right.
Okay. But anyway, we just grew up together in church. So we've known each other since babies, literally.
Right. Vacation Bible school.
Everything. Church, Sunday school.
Running through the benches.
And I never even considered him as a boyfriend. It was like, this is like a friend of the family.
As a boyfriend, she didn't think I was like cute, good looking, none of that, But I thought she was
okay. You weren't bad looking.
Yeah, I was never ugly.
He was this chubby kid, and
Husky pants.
I never looked at him in that light, and I didn't know he liked me.
Oh, crazy!
We were just, like I said, friends of the family, and I just knew of him. He
used to come to church with these big yellow dresses on, big ponytails and pigtails and stuff, and man, oh my God, just looking at her. I remember in Vacation Bible School, we went to Chuck E. Cheese. How many of y'all know about Chuck E. Cheese? Man, we went there. And I just felt like it was the world, just being with her. She didn't know this. We was like,
I
what?
had no idea.
Yes, we were like 6, 7. But I'm just like, this girl is so pretty.
Aww. And so just as we fast forward and we get to about the age of 11, I would see him around because by this time we changed churches. And so I would just see him.
Oh, but tell him also that your godmother is my auntie.
Yeah, that's how close. I mean, like I said, it's all interconnected. But I would see him around here and there, maybe like at the mall.
Yeah.
And we would talk and exchange numbers, and we would have a good time on the phone until he would take it there.
Yeah, and I'd just be like, because we'd be clowning on the phone, singing songs. Nia was singing, "Yeah, you," and all this.
We were silly.
All these crazy songs.
But the moment he would start talking about, what's up with us?
Let's go to the show or something. Let's do something.
The number you have called. The number you have called.
Like clockwork. Every time I would bring that up about like it being an item, I wouldn't hear from her for maybe 3 months.
That was just a complete turnoff, to be honest. I was like.
But I didn't even say nothing that was like really.
You started coming on to me, and that was just a turnoff. We could laugh, we could have fun, but the moment you took it there, And so that was some years of that. 11, 12, 13.
14.
You saw me at the East Side Lincoln.
Yes.
I went up to you. I said, "Hey," and you turned around and you were like, "Hey," we talked. I think we exchanged numbers then.
Yeah. My best friend DJ was out there. He was like, "Hey, there go Nia Howard. There go Nia Howard." And I'll be looking. I'll be like, I'll walk over to her with my little Eastleys and all that.
I had this long hair.
Oh my God, killing.
My little outfit, because that's the game that you get geared up for.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so I walked up, we exchanged numbers, we got talk, laugh, sung on the phone, just had a good time, and then here you go again. What's up with us? Can I take you out? Or wait a minute, how old was I? Probably about 14, 15. And I'm like, hey, let me call you back, Mama.
It would be like that every time. I mean, we'd be on the phone for hours clowning.
Yeah, because I enjoy talking to you.
Yeah, I enjoy talking to you.
And I knew you liked me at that point, obviously, but I just could not see you in that light. I just couldn't. And I choose to believe that God just blinded me.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so here we are. Let's fast forward to 15. So we went back to the church because the church was having an Easter play. And you played who in the play?
David.
He played David, and they went all out. They had the garments and everything, and so the biblical attire. So he had this little skirt dress thing. All his legs
the
were
Roman
out.
Greek thing.
That was the first time I looked at you in a way where it was just a little slightly different than before. I noticed your legs, and I said, Mom, he got some nice legs, don't he? Mm-hmm. And he does. Even now, I mean, he bow-legged, got these big, thick calves.
Watch out now.
So that was my first attraction because I like legs. I like nice legs on guys, not pencil legs. Legs can't be looking like this. But he got some nice shapely legs. And so that was the first thing I noticed at 15. I'm like, look at his legs. And so,
But listen, what she's not telling y'all is that, you know, I've had these legs all my life, right? Because even growing
I
up,
never looked at
listen,
them.
growing up,
You
all
didn't
my
wear
friends,
shorts.
listen, but all my friends had little skinny legs, and my legs was always thicker. But what it was, these
oh,
legs,
you were ashamed of your legs.
no. These legs were anointed now because I had got the Holy Ghost. I
That's
got
right.
saved.
Okay, so that's right. We missing that part. So yes, he gave his life to the Lord
Yeah.
at 15. And so I remember my mom telling me that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Okay. You know, that's great. Great news. Okay, but anyway.
I didn't know your mama told you that.
She did. I remember knowing that. And there was a difference about you when we talked. You know, you worked your way over to me after that play.
Did I?
And we were talking.
I do remember
and
that.
I remember like, man,
He
check
cool.
him out.
Yeah, the Lord opened up.
And then, but nothing. And we may have exchanged numbers, ain't no telling. But it was here is the
So
pivotal
that was
moment.
in March. That was
Right.
in March, April.
March, April. Then there was a party. My god sister, which is also his
My
cousin,
cousin.
had a birthday party. And this was, again, keep in mind, I'm 15, he's 16. And this is where she had this big presidential suite. It had like 3 bedrooms,
Yeah.
a big old, what do you call those? This, the living room area.
Right.
And it was a lot of people there, you know, family, friends. And so he and I found a little nook in the bedroom, in one of those bedrooms, and we talked for hours. And I just remember it was just like, oh, you know, just like, the attraction just hit. He was so on fire for the Lord. Now, and I believe that's probably what it was. You was just so on fire. We talked about God. I can't even remember everything we talked about, obviously, but I just know we talked for hours over there in the corner. And I know people were probably like, what are they doing?
Like the party over
they
here,
like
y'all.
hemmed up over there. But I'm telling you, like, from that point on.
Well, wait a minute. Like, so that night, I did not know. I mean, I was feeling just so privileged, like, oh my God, I'm getting to chop it up with Nia face to face, because we always would just talk over the phone. Mm-hmm. So here it is, we're talking face to face, and I'm just feeling crazy, Google crazy, like, oh my God, I'm sitting here chilling with Nia Howard. And I didn't know she was feeling like what she talking about right now.
I just was like, okay, he's cute. That's how I remember thinking that. Oh, he's cute. That's the first time you were cute to me. That was the first time.
Anointing.
And from that point on, nose open, head gone. I'm gone. Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I was gone. And so that's when I fell in love. I was 15, turning 16.
Yeah.
And so just to keep it going, we became an item. He didn't even ask me to be my girlfriend. To be his girlfriend. I went out of town, had a plaque made that said...
A license plate.
A license plate made, you know, back in those days where they used to do the little graffiti and stuff, that said Brian and Nia, which we still have. We need to find that.
Yeah.
We still have it. And we had that. That was the first thing. And I gifted that to him. And he said, and I said, you miss your girl?
And I said, oh, you my girl?
Yeah. Oh, you my girl?
We on the side of her mama house, July the 4th, 1995.
Right. And I said, you miss your girl? And I gifted him that. And he said, oh, you my girl now? And I said, yeah. And that was our first kiss.
On the side of the house.
Mama. Sorry, Mama. But yeah, that was our first kiss. And I was just, oh my God, just so in love. And this boy, I mean, we were just kind of cuckoo for each other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, this is where in the story where you kind of go, because the good come with the bad come with the good, right? It's part of our story, and it's what I think even now we can look back and just, it makes me love you even more because of what we've gone through. But in ours, we got
here's a disclosure right now for the folks who dating and they're single. dude, we finna talk to you. Don't trust yourself alone.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't trust yourself alone. Yeah, so he was my first for many things. My first kid. My first kid, yes. And, this boy took my virginity, okay? He took my virginity.
I still got it, saints of the Most High.
And I'm going to tell you how that thing is. You just think you ain't going to do it, and what's going on? It just pop up on you, And before you know it, prego. Now, the thing about us is we got to a point to where we was on, off. I broke up. If he was blinking wrong, I broke up with him. Okay. I was always, it's over. Man, I'm done with you. It was always that. And so we would get into fights, we get into arguments, and then, he went his way.
Verbal fights. He went
his way. We were broken up for 1 week, and he went his own way.
1 week later.
And took the liberty and had a one-night stand and got the one-night stand pregnant. He got her pregnant. So 16, just turned 17.
Yeah.
2 babies on the way.
Dude, I felt like I was going crazy. I knew that I just started getting over the fact that, and not getting over, but really accepting the fact that me and Nia, we're about to be parents, and here it is. I'm a teenage boy. She's a teenage girl. We getting ready to have a kid, and pops up another kid.
I was devastated. And you know how if you were a Friends fan, which I am, and how Ross would be like, we were on a break. Man, you don't, when you have the connection that you have and everything that I felt like I gave, to lose that, or to just, I felt like I was totally taken advantage of, and that everything that I gave to you was just a big slap in the face. And I didn't feel like we were broken up. Yeah. Even when we broke up, because we did it so much. But when you're broken up, you are at liberty to do what you want to do. And so
that's what you think.
Before I knew about the second pregnancy, he came to me and said, "No, you didn't beg. I ain't gonna say you begged me back, but I remember we were in the basement at the church, and you asked me to be your girlfriend again." That was a week after, and I said, "Okay." Didn't know nothing about that. So, how he told me about the other baby? Let me tell you what he did. He scheduled a photo shoot for us to take some pictures. I got all beautiful, all dialed up. You'll see the pictures here because we're going to show this. And took me out to dinner. Now, we babies still, 16 years old, 16 and 17, right? Yeah, because I was 16 at this point. So, you were 17. And so we're babies at this point, and took me out to dinner.
This 96.
And this is how he told me, hey, I have another child coming on the way. Now, you got to think, as a teenager, when you're pregnant, your world just come crashing down. My reputation, what I stood for, I was known as a church girl. I used to talk to people about saving themselves for marriage. People knew I was a virgin. It was just a devastating blow, just all the way around. And I was rising up from that. I was getting happy about the fact that, oh my God, I'm about to have a child. Yes, even at 16, even though, I was looking at that glass half full.
Absolutely.
And I was becoming so happy about it. I was trying to look for names. I was looking at clothes when I would go to like Walmart or Target. I would just look in the kids. I was getting wrapped up in the idea of, okay, you're about to be a mom, so let's celebrate this.
Right.
And this bombshell just dropped. And I mean, my world just came crashing down. And we stayed together. Did we break up though while I was pregnant? Like later on? I know we stayed together up to 5 months we were together.
Yeah, we broke up.
But sometime after that, we probably broke up.
Right.
When I say we broke up like as like changing shoes. I'm serious. It was just, and it was silly because we were both immature.
Yeah, we were kids. I mean, we were kids trying to adult.
Yeah.
And had no clue about what was going on. And then here it is to throw even more craziness into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting ready to have 2 babies, right? And My dad and mom, they're getting a divorce. My dad, who
That's right.
I had known nothing but to be a saved preacher, evangelist, man of God, all my life. And here it is. He's leaving Christ. Not only leaving Christ, he's leaving us.
He left the
He
family.
left us, and
There
we with
was
my
no
mom,
guidance there.
None. And so as far as, having that individual, a father to say, all right, son, listen, this is what we got to do. This is how you need to go about this. Listen, let's think through. There was none of that. There was absolutely none of that. And so it was like just this kid who did some adult things that he shouldn't have been doing. All right, now let me rephrase that. This kid who did some married folk things that he shouldn't have been doing is now trying to figure out what in the world am I to do. Not only that, Neil was in the choir at the church. I was the bass player at the church. So we're active in ministry at the church.
Yeah.
We both get silence.
We
And
did.
For y'all who don't know what that is, they made me stop playing the guitar. They made her stop singing. We couldn't do anything in the church while we were pregnant. And so there's a whole lot of rejection and doors being closed and more bad news coming and more unexpected surprises happening. And so we're taking all of this stuff in and trying to have a relationship.
Right. And so we weren't successful with all of that because it was such a yo-yo. I mean, we were just like this. But here's the thing. You don't even know your own heart.
Nope.
And you can totally psych your mind into thinking one thing, and your mind and your heart is feeling a whole nother thing. I really got to a point, I mean, we co-parented, but I got to a point where I almost could not stand him.
And I thought I hated her.
I thought I hated him.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't like him. We split up. We got back together. We split up. We got back together. And it got to a point to where we split up. And when we split up, he went his way. I went my way. I started dating other people. You started dating other people. And I got jealous. You got jealous.
Yeah.
It's just, and there were, to me, when other people are in the picture, that's a telltale, really, of
Where your heart is.
where your heart is and what you feel. Cause he clowned. Now I ain't clown so much, but he did some dumb things. But if I was dating somebody, he clowned. He clowned.
Now I'm gonna say this too. Let me just leaving this part out. We would break up, but our families wouldn't.
Right.
If I would try to bring a girl over to our house, my mother's house, ain't having. My sister ain't having it. My mama ain't having it, and vice versa with her. And then here's the other thing. Not only were our families like that, but our friends would be like that too.
Yeah.
If my boys see her out somewhere, hey, where he at? Where the baby at? And
Brian.
yeah, so her girl would do me. Where Nia? You talk to Nia?
Yeah.
And it's just like everybody was still pushing
us
as an item,
Yeah.
even though we were like,
even
we done.
older couples in the church would have dinners for us. You
Yes,
remember that?
yes.
Remember one specific one? We were broken up. We
Yep.
weren't feeling each other, but they had a dinner
With-
and had
with a
us
card
over.
made for
had
us,
had a
everything.
really nice layout, and the whole thing was because they
Rotisserie
said
chicken, I
they
remember
know that we're meant for each other.
Right.
We had another couple saying, and these couples are maybe 15, 20 years our senior.
Yeah.
And then another couple. Y'all are meant for each other.
Yeah.
It's not just the baby. It's just that y'all are meant for each
Yeah.
other. And so
They could see a gel on us that we couldn't see.
Yeah, we couldn't see it. And so we fast forwarding on. We're gonna get to the good part to where everything turned. So our little one, which was Indy at the time, she was turning 5. Okay, she hadn't turned 5 yet. So just to give you guys a time reference here, we're talking the little one's about 4 or 5 years old. And so
She was 4.
she was 4. And so I was dating somebody. I was getting involved with somebody. I was really liking them. Now, other people that I have dated, it was cool. Nobody had my heart. Everybody was compared to you. And nobody met the standard. They couldn't meet your standard. And so, but there was a relationship where I started to like this person. And I think you knew that. And this is when you started really trying to come hard at me. you really try and cut me off if I'm wrong.
So,
But he would call me. He would pop over. He was trying. And I knew that he was. I just wasn't feeling you. I was just like, I was like, no, it's
devil
cool. It's cool.
had a mind
He would,
blind.
hey, let me come get you. Let's go get something to eat. No, I'm cool. I got something else going on. And when he would call me, you know, hey, what you doing? Anytime I would say what?
Wow,
What's up? He hated that. You know where we got that from, though? You used to do that, too.
Where I get it from?
Hey, what you doing? Wow, what's up?
Where we get that from?
Because you really want to know what they doing and who they with,
Where
right?
we get that from?
I'm just saying, that's what I got it from
yeah.
you. You got it from me. We used to do that. And so when he called, wow, what's up? And he wanted to do something. No, I got something else going on. Oh, that used to get to him. And I loved it. But I did not want to be in a relationship, or so I thought, with him. And he persisted. But it wasn't until, and then I don't want to miss out because I know it's some stuff with your boy. I know it's some stuff with the strip club.
So here's the thing. Like, fast forward, I start just doing me. Going out to the club, kicking it with my boys, you know, going up into strip clubs. And one night I was in a strip club. Was I 19? Yeah, I was 19. My uncle walks in and he's like, "What's up, boy?" I'm like, "What's up, Unc?" But as soon as I turn around, looking at this lady on the stage right in front of me, the Lord started speaking to me right then and was like, "So this what you want to do? This is what you want? This is the life you want to live? This is how you want to turn out?" And it's like all the music just went down to the point to where I literally started feeling nauseated to where I had to get up and leave and get out of there. You know, and so God, he brought an altar right in my filth because he was pulling on me. So this 19, that happened. After that happened, I'm still want to kick it, still want to do my thing and go out and club and all that. Me and my partner, we in his driveway. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, "Man, what you want to get into?" And he wouldn't even look at me. He just looking straight ahead.
Wasn't it some girls that you had just got off the phone with?
Yeah. I said, yeah, I had just called some girls. I'm like, "What y'all doing?"
Don't leave that out.
Right. I just called some girls, 2 girls. I'm like, "Man, we can hook up with these girls and see what they talking about."
At 1 in the morning.
At 1 in the morning. Y'all know, you know, come on. I got off the phone. I'm like, "You want to roll?" I was just out the blue. He just said, "You ain't ready." And while he talking to me, he wouldn't even look at me. He just looking straight ahead. I turned to him like, "What is you talking about?" Now we just got through kicking it. Now we like, let's go to the after party. You know, he said, "You ain't ready. You got this fine girl. She loyal. She'll take care of you when you sick. She ain't one of these little groupies or these little chicken heads running around here. And she the mother of your child." And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Man, this is the best girl you could ever have." We had not talked anything about Nia or me and Nia, but he just started saying all this stuff, just exhorting her, just, you know, just like who she is and how great she is and how she's so different from any other female that I would ever meet, and how she's just, you know, the one for me and so loyal and all this. And I'm just like, what? So I'm like, dang, this is crazy.
Yeah, that was.
Super, it freaked me out. So we didn't go hook up with no girls. I left his house, and from that night forward, I knew that was God speaking to me, because it didn't make sense at all for those words to be coming out of his mouth. I started pursuing Nia. I started coming after her really hard. Took her out to dinner, not only pay for her, but everybody that's here, I'm paying for everybody, because it's like I just wanted to show her, but I was wanting to just pour into her and just give back to her and just love on her and cherish her. But Nia wasn't having it. Nia was like, "No, I can't get back with you." I'm like, "Well, why not?" She was like, "Because you ain't saved. You ain't right with God, and I can't trust you." Okay, all right, that's it. So I started going back to church for real and recommitted my life back to the Lord and praising God and all this, because I want this woman. You know, I want her. The Lord convicted me again and was like, "You coming back home for the stuff that you had? What about me? What about how I loved you and took care of you?" And right in that moment, there was a new establishment with my relationship with God. And I said, Lord, if I can't have nothing, if I can't have these good looks, my intrepid, my job, my car, my woman, my gal, give me you. I went after God for real hard. And I kept going after Nia, and it's just like was getting further and further away. If y'all could think of like a kite or something, or a balloon, that you release a balloon, and you just
I just was like, I wasn't feeling it.
It's just keep drifting, just keep going. And there was one night where I called her. I said, "Hey, what you doing?" She was like, "Well, what's up?" I said, "I need to talk to you, y'all. I'm about to break down. I'm telling you, I'm about to break down. I'm on my last string, not string. I'm on my last string, man. And I'm just like, I can't take this no more. I can't take it." And so I didn't tell her that. I'm like, "Hey, I need to talk to you. I'm up here at Kmart." She came to the Kmart parking lot. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
Hopped in your car.
Got in the car. We started talking, and I said, I want us to be back together. Got myself together with God, and because that was one of the conditions. She was like, "I can't trust you because you ain't right with God." So I'm like, "Hey, I done that. I did that." But this time I was like, "And I don't want you to be my girlfriend. I want you to be my wife." And she just like turned and looked at me.
Because
like,
I never heard that language before. And so I'm just sitting there like this. I wasn't even trying to get married, to be honest. But I was just sitting there, and the moment he said that, it was like, oh.
That was so good that night. Oh my God. I felt so good. Oh.
Really?
Oh,
and then I turned back, and he just kept talking, and I can't take it. You're breaking my heart. And he said, please, he was begging. And I just said, okay. I said, okay.
I don't know, got teary-eyed.
And I said, okay. But in my mind, I said, if he blink wrong, it's over. I was like, if he do anything wrong, it's over.
Y'all, it was a new me, I'm telling you.
It was a new him.
New me.
I've never seen that part of him. And you know what? He's never turned back. He proposed to me a week later with the ring.
That next Sunday.
He was serious.
Man.
Yeah. I love you with all my heart. You mean the world to me. I don't want to know when you married.
And he said, "I don't want no long courtship. We gotta get this thing."
We know each other.
Yeah, we know each other.
I know what I want.
That was in October, the end of October, and we got married in March.
Proposed November 7th.
Yep, and got married in March of 2000. Wait a minute.
Get it right now.
2002. Lord, March of 2002, and so. He has not turned back. He has been consistent in that man. And the beauty is when you have God.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it wasn't even that my life was, I wasn't right either. Yeah. But I knew that in order to have you and for us to be successful, you had to have God. You had to have Christ.
And
in order to lead me to be the husband that I deserved, you needed Christ. I didn't even know that. I wasn't even articulating that. But now looking back, that's exactly what it was. It's just the greatest potential of who we can be as human beings. We can't reach it unless we're in Christ.
Yep.
And so I had that knowledge base back then. And so he has.
And Nia, that was the Holy Ghost back then that showed you that, because Nia didn't have dad and mom married in the home as a saved couple to be setting that example for her. So, statistics will say that she is going to end up that same way, in a broken home or whatever the case may be. But she knew that, I needed to have Christ. I know that even today, we have to have Christ.
Yeah.
We are only here, man, right now because we have kept him in the middle.
And it has gotten the marriage sweeter and sweeter. When we got married, we were just so ready to take off in ministry.
Yep.
We were so what is the word? When we attended our first marriage class, and just some of the Q&As, and it was like, are you serious?
Horrible and
Is
childish.
this what we have to look forward to? And just some of the things that were being said, we were kind of like discussing the answers, like, well, no, we'll just do it. But it's like we wanted this thing. We wanted it to win. And we everything that we did together.
Yeah.
Everything in ministry we did together. We went straight into
We was knitted like that.
leadership with youth. And we worked with youth for some years.
Yeah.
Then we went into marriage. We were over the married couples, and we were going to change that thing. That was what we said.
Right.
Oh, no, we finna change this. This is finna be some teaching up in here.
Because it was destructive.
We need to grow these
It was like
marriages.
suicidal. It was like a
It was
suicidal
horrible.
environment. You know, like
Yeah.
if you're in here, it's because you hate your marriage, basically.
Yeah, because it was about blasting your spouse, asking questions anonymously, but it's like, crazy questions. And it's like that was the highlight of the class.
Yeah.
But we had a heart to want that, to want marriages to be successful and want them to grow. And so we tried to attempted to change that.
Hey, listen, to the point of we wanted marriages to flourish so badly
Yeah.
to where if there was a couple who couldn't make it, we
would take it
we
to
would
their
take
house.
it on the road and take the whole marriage thing
Take the
to their
whole
house.
marriage. If they couldn't make it, we brought
Now,
them
that was in the-
food.
Yes.
And we would present at their home.
Had their printed papers and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I remember
and that was
that.
in the early 2000s, but God then blessed us with faith and spice now.
Yeah.
To bring it to your house.
Yeah. So, and we still going strong. And here we are 19 years later, y'all.
Yes.
I read this years ago. Believe in the fairy tale. It does exist. I'm going to
does.
say, believe in that happily ever after. It does exist.
Yeah.
You can be the love that we have grown. I thought it was something when I was a teenager. I thought it was something in our early 20s when we were married. We are 40. And the love is sweeter. It's like I said to you, remember a couple months ago, I was like, where was this at? Because we still in discovery mode with each other.
Yeah, come on now.
And I just said, where was this at when we were 20, But it gets
Would have had
better,
about
it gets
10 more
better,
kids.
it gets sweeter, and it gets sweeter. And this is the hope. This is the hope. It has not been a complete joyride this whole time. A lot of our struggles happened before we got married.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that couples kind of deal with that on and off, because it just seemed like when we got married, it just ascended and ascended and ascended since we've been married. But a lot of that hardship with the relationship was before marriage. Now in marriage, with communication, sometimes we have communication breakdown. We get into it sometimes. Yes, he has things that irk me. He know how to irk me.
And she know how
I
to
know
irk
how
me.
to irk him. But the thing is, we know that at the end of the day, we fight for peace. We fight for harmony. We fight for this marriage.
Yeah.
And we want to win. And even, we're so playful and we're so kissy and touchy-feely. If he just walked past me, I might tap him on the butt, vice versa. Or I might just come grab him. I can't do that when I'm mad at you. And so now I can't even express what I need to express. It's like I need peace in this household,
Yeah.
even if it's just to be able to just come and plant one on you.
And you know what? Our peace and love that we have is it's just the default setting in our house. It's the default setting in our house. And if we get into it, the paint on the wall know it.
Yeah.
Everybody, the carpet know it. The carpet don't even plush right. The wood don't even be
Ain't nothing
smooth.
right.
Ain't nothing right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wait, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Nia and our God has knitted us so tightly together in just all areas, right? So when we were teenagers, I remember being over just any other saint's house. Nia and I put on a little song. Miss Molly we would be performing together. Even as teenagers,
We're going to end on that.
yeah, we would be performing together just as little teenagers. And we were serving the people who were in front of us together, wanting to do it together. And even today, like through real estate ventures, through media ventures that we've had, everything, we're always together. It's just together. And the cool thing about it, what God did is, where I'm weak, she's strong, and where she's weak, I'm strong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like a perfect fit to each other. You know, that it's like it's second to none. You can't. I mean, what more could you want than for your wife, your spouse, to be your best friend? Like, for real, your best friend.
He
like,
gets me.
yeah,
The humor, everything.
Oh my
just
God.
I could just look at him and we read. We could just
know
read
it.
each other.
Like silly kids, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
42. I'm
It's a beautiful
42.
thing.
She 40 plus. You know.
41.
Yeah, I
Look,
know.
when you have to start thinking about dates, which I do, oh my gosh, that's a thing that happened in your late 30s, 40s.
But we have
unless
so
you
much
take
fun
ginkgo
together,
biloba.
man. So much fun.
So
together.
much fun. So we just want to share our love story,
Yeah.
even just basking in it now. It's just, ooh, it's just got butterflies going.
Yes.
Because this is real. This love is real. And we couldn't be here today if it wasn't for Jesus, if it wasn't for God. Lord have mercy. I'm so thankful that I said yes,
Man.
that I swallowed my pride, that you got yourself together and you submitted to the Lord.
That's what it was.
I'm telling you,
That submission to the Holy Ghost.
This has been beautiful. So, like I said, we're gonna end it on this little song that we used to do. Haven't done it in a
Miss
while.
Molly.
Yeah, let's end it on that. That's cute.
All right.
All right, y'all ready? This what folks used to want to see us do.
Y'all do y'all thing, man. Come on, y'all do y'all
Yeah,
thing.
do y'all sing a song?
Here we go.
All right. Who starts it off?
Dum 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 dum. What's
Who sang it?
Miss Molly had a steamboat. The steamboat had a sail. Miss Molly.
Bill.
Oh, Miss Molly
Look,
had a steamboat.
I do it.
Okay.
Miss Molly had a steamboat. The steamboat had a bell.
Doo-doo.
Miss Molly went to heaven. The steamboat went to.
Hello, operator.
All right, y'all. We're going to come back with this.
Wait a minute.
later.
Okay, hold on. Say
on,
hello,
hello, operator.
Okay. Come on. Start over. Here we go. All
right.
Come on.
Take two. Boop. All right.
Do, do.
Miss Molly had a steamboat. The steamboat had a bell.
Doo-doo.
Miss Molly went to heaven. The steamboat went to.
Ask me no more questions.
We done.
Okay.
We done.
No, okay. One more time.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, look. Oh God, listen. This is the last
Just
time.
taking out
I
the
got
fun
it.
now.
Come on now, don't be like that. Come on.
All right.
Woo, wait a minute. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Miss Molly had a steamboat. The steamboat had a bell.
Woo-hoo.
Miss Molly went to heaven. The steamboat went to.
Hello, operator. Give me number 9, and if you disconnect me, I'll kick you in.
Behind the refrigerator, there was a piece of glass. Miss Molly sat up on it and broke her little.
Ask me no more questions and tell me no more lies. The boys are in the bathroom, zipping up their.
Flies are in the city and bees are in the park. Miss Molly and her boyfriend were
KISS.
KISS kissing in the dark.